Welcome back to another show and tell video. Today we're going to reenact the unboxing of the CROSSMAN air guns model 1377 American Classic. So you can see what this is: a pneumatic target air pistol, .177 caliber pellet slash BB single shot. So here you can see on the front the kind of box display. Now I don't recall if there's actually came with any plastic shielding or plastic wrap. I do believe it did, but I'm not 100% sure. You can see here a little bit of a sample illustration, the graphic design work here, and then some of the feature set on the front here. Let's turn it over. You can see continuation of the illustration, some information at the time, and how the barcode, interestingly, was classified as a proof of purchase. The ends, you can see here, factory sealed, a caution regarding that. More of the illustration continuing. If we look on this end, you can see made in the USA. A little bit more on the factory seal. Practical environmental packaging. You can see there. And on this side, we already saw that. So let's turn over to the top, actually. You can see here is this was set up to be actually hung up on a display. And a little bit more of the feature set. CROSSMAN logo. And we'll get to the interior in a little bit. So on the back of the box, you can see specifications, bolt action, your ammunition, 4.5 millimeter. And that can be either airgun shot, the BB, or an airgun pellet of that shape they recommend. Your weight, 2 pounds, 7 ounces, or 1.11 kilograms. Overall length of 13 5/8 inches, or 34.6 centimeters. So it is a kind of a big item here. Sights, rear, adjustable for windage and elevation. Front fixed blade. Your barrel is 9 5/8, 24.46 centimeters. Rifled steel. Power source. Pneumatic pump action. Safety is a cross bolt type. Performance, I'll let you look at the table, and that's at peak performance, of course, if you keep everything well maintained, etc. So let's take a quick look here at the remainder of the visible cardboard. You got warning, intended age use, and a little bit more on the advertising. Let's go ahead and take this out. Here's the item itself, and we also have a bunch of informational packets as well. So here we have warning. I'll let you look at that. Two-sided. I'll look at that. Here's a special message to parents. In 2 languages. And then we have other CROSSMAN documentation as well. This is the actual owner's manual. And if you look at the item itself, you can request a free manual from CROSSMAN. They would always provide that to you at no cost because they want you to have that information. So you get a nice little packet here in 2 different languages. And And just real briefly, you can see the format, with some illustrations and figures to help you with operation and safety aspects. A couple of these are accessory kind of catalogs, and then a little bit more on accessories here. Shoulder stock and the 2-in-1 rifle rear sight that you can even upgrade this with. Let's get all this out of the way, and let's take a quick look at the item itself. So you can see here it is a single shot pneumatic air gun. This is your pump mechanism here. Your crossbolt safety. You can see here push fire, and then over here push safe. Plastic grips, forearm. This is your cocking mechanism or your bolt, and this is your breech. This is variation number 2, so you have steel barrel, of course, receiver, but the actual breech where your projectile goes in, you have a steel cover, but in variation 2, this is actually a very hard plastic. So variation 1 had a steel breech, but this one uses multiple material components. And if I can get a flashlight onto here, you might be able to see in there at the bottom of the breech, that hole, that is where the air valve would be, that is activated by the trigger, which would then direct air stored in the pumped air chamber, pressure chamber, and pulling a trigger opens the valve, pushes projectile down the barrel, and you get the desired effect. Let's see if we do a dry fire. There was nothing in the chamber since we just took a look there. We'll give it the minimum of 3 pumps. Right now it is on safe. So you can see here, trigger will not move at all. If you prepare yourself, it will discharge. Okay, once it's cocked, and it will be a little bit loud, my apologies. There you go. It was muffled by the blanket, but you did see a little bit of the air discharge and the mark it left right there. So, taking a quick look at the American Classic Model 1377 from CROSMAN Air Guns. So these are still made, although a lot more components have been replaced with plastic. You can see here the adjustable rear sight and the front blade sight that they did mention. This has been another show and tell video, partially reenacting an unboxing video. Feel free to check out other show and tell videos on vintage milsurp tools and expanded topics. We also do unboxing videos, as well as a selection of book review, media reviews, and a series called Curios for the Curious, videos on more artsy type objects. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.